but you've done great work on this, and you've put a lot of work into this. But I won't be supporting it. This ITL was brought in by stealth 12 months ago. It was brought in without any real consultation with the community, and it still doesn't sit. The whole transport levy still doesn't sit well with me, and I'll be interested to see if when the 3 years is up, because that's what it's called, the interim transport levy, when time is up, whether there's actually any appetite to see it go. I think it was Milton Friedman who said there's nothing as permanent as a temporary tax. So I'll be interested to see in a few years' time if we can live without this, because we're talking about, I've heard a lot of words said about congestion and fixing congestion. This is not fixing congestion. Fixing congestion, we would be spending less time on the road now than we were 12 months ago. It hasn't done anything for it. It hasn't done anything for congestion. In fact, the AA report that we all saw recently, and they do good work, the AA, when it comes to dealing with infrastructure and attitudes of Aucklanders, they see that they're not getting anything for their money. They're not getting anything for their money. The congestion is worse now than it ever was. And so all the platitudes about how this is making it easier to get around Auckland is just not backed up by the facts that are out there, that it's actually getting worse. But I think the reason why people shouldn't support Councillor Clowe's amendment is simply because there is a need to be consistent. A need to be consistent in what we're putting out there to the community. 1 year ago, we brought this in under stealth, and now we're telling them 12 months later that we're going to change the whole thing again. That just shouldn't. We shouldn't do business like that. And any extra costs that are placed on business will be passed on. There's no question about that. Whatever business it is, will certainly just pass on an extra cost. And there are big businesses, such as the owners of malls and so forth, AMP, Kiwi Properties Limited, Westfield, in my own case in Pakuranga, GYP, that own the plaza. They will simply pass this cost on to their small retailers. The small retailer who's struggling right now to make a bob, he will just have to, that small retailer, he or she will just have to pick up the burden of this. So while we talk about big business impacts on small business impacts on the individual, and that's why I won't be supporting it. And quite frankly, I don't even want to support the interim transport levy in its entirety. I think it's a rort, and it has done nothing at all to improve the lot of the travelling public of Auckland.
I'm glad we've got it. Okay, Councillor Casey, would you close the debate, please?
No, Councillor Caldwell.
We are starting to sort of repeat ourselves a bit.
I'm not going to repeat anything.
I know you won't. I'm asking you to close the debate, please.
It's Councillor Clowe opened it, though.
I'm sure Councillor Clowe won't mind if you...
No, I'm sure he will. I think he's going to...
I do want to say a few very brief things.
He doesn't get it.
Sorry.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep the meeting going. You've had a lot of people repeat what other people have been saying. I've been very lenient from the chair because I think it's important, but we actually still have an awful lot to get through, councillors. Thank you. So I'm just trying to be sensible about not repeating. I've tried not to stop, so could you get on with it, please,
Peter
Kathy?
Dunn of the Auckland Chamber. Excellent.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Councillor.
One of the criticisms levelled at this council is that we're in bed with developers and big business. And I've listened very carefully to all the reasons people have given for not supporting this fairer redistribution on the the interim transport levy. And we're not against the levy. So a lot of the speeches were about the levy itself. This is not about the levy. It's about a fairer redistribution of the responsibility to pay it. And what I've heard today, and it's disappointing really, especially from the Mayor in his written report talked about how sorry he was that that business can sometimes be outnumbered in consultation. Well, excuse me, Mr. Mayor, but big business has privileged access to this council. They come before us and they have blocked time. They get access to the media. We've seen Michael Barnett's thoughts, well, at least I've read Michael Barnett's thoughts. So to say that they're somehow
Privileged.
yeah. And then to actually put in the tripartite summit in the same sentences as reasons for not supporting the fairer redistribution of the ITL led me to believe that maybe this is just political on his part, that he doesn't want to go into the big summit next week having an impost or burdened business. Because the fact is, for those councillors who said, oh, all the small businesses in my area, 52% of small to medium businesses will be better off under this proposal. That's why the majority of boards supported it. So think about that when you're making a decision shortly. Did your board say yes to this? Because most of the Have Your Say meetings I were in, people were in absolutely no doubt about what this is about. It's about being a council for the people and not a council for big business, because it's big business. How is it? We've talked about, slapping taxes on people. We seem to do that regularly with people at the bottom. But whenever we kind of get anywhere near the people that should be paying, everybody goes, ah! Got the tripartite summit next week. Wouldn't look good. That's it.
I think it can be put to vote.
2 minutes, Ross.
Okay, I want to close the
point of
debate.
order.
Come on.
Standing orders do not offer a right of reply on an amendment. They just don't.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Sorry, you're right. Sorry, Ross. Right, I'm going to put the amendment by division. Thank you, Chris. You'll keep
Your Worship,
No.
hungry too.
Councillor Anai.
No.
Councillor Brewer.
No.
Councillor
Yes.
Councillor Cashmore.
No.
Councillor Clow.
Yep.
Councillor Cooper.
No.
Councillor Darby.
Against.
Councillor Filipaina.
Against.
Councillor Fletcher.
No.
Deputy Mayor House.
No.
Councillor Crum.
Against.
Councillor Lee.
Aye.
Councillor Penrose.
No.
Councillor Quacks.
No.
Councillor Stewart.
No.
Member Taipari.
No.
Member Tamahiri. Councillor Sir John Walker.
No.
Councillor Wayne Walker.
No.
Councillor Watson.
No.
Councillor Wood.
No.
Chair Webster.
Looks like one of yours.
No.
Cameron.
Thank you. Can I put very quickly the interim transport levy as per the Mayor's proposal?
I said, no, it does. See, this is
Do we need it by division, or can we do it on a show of voices?
Voices.
It's all those,
by
it's
division,
not moved.
by division.
Is it moved? Yes, the whole thing's been
By
moved.
division, Madam Chair, but
By division.
yeah, let's do it.
This is, you now voting on the interim transport levy as per,
By the voice, I just want to have my vote recorded against that.
that's okay. Well, division's been called for, sorry.
been called, yeah.
Councillor Craig. Okay.
Your Worship.
Aye.
Councillor Nye.
Aye.
Councillor Brewer.
No.
Councillor Casey.
Oh,
Councillor Cashmore.
Yes.
Councillor Clow.
No.
Councillor Cooper.
Yes.
Councillor Darby.
4.
Councillor Filipaina.
Aye.
Councillor Fletcher.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor House.
Aye.
Councillor Crum.
Against.
Councillor Lee.
No.
Councillor Penrose.
Yes?
Councillor Quacks,
No.
Councillor Stewart,
No.
Member Taipari or Member Tamahiri,
For.
Councillor Sir John Walker,
Yes.
Councillor Wayne Walker,
Yes.
Councillor Watson,
Yes.
Councillor Wood,
No.
Chair Webster.
Yes. Thank you, that's passed. Councillors, I'm suggesting we stop for lunch. I know I was going to try and get through all the... Have we got agreement on voices? Can we come back at 2 o'clock?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, councillors.